Previously, we made a pie crust. And what are you going to do with a pie crust? You could make a chocolate cream pie, that would be my choice. But we're going to make a quiche with it. Something delicious, fast, and easy you can make for dinner. Okay, so I've grated some cheese, and we want to mix a little flour. It's a tablespoon of flour into the cheese. And I happen to have some leftover broccoli, so I'm going to sprinkle some of that into the bottom of the quiche. You can really do anything that you want. Mushrooms are nice, whatever. And I have some chopped onions that I'm going to put in here. Just for some excitement. And I'm going to saute some onions with a little garlic. Get the fire going. Now I wanted to show you how to peel a garlic in a really easy way. I've separated it from the head, and I cut off the tip, which is what holds the skin on. And then I just smash it on the cutting board. These guys are already done. Okay. And then when you smash it, now if you want whole garlic, this isn't the way to do it. But since we're going to chop it up anyway, once you smash the garlic, it's really easy to peel. You could see that was easy for me. And I'm going to chop it up. Not very picky about this. I happen to love garlic, so I'm going to use a lot, but this is for your flavor, what you like. And I have some onions that I want to saute a little bit. So we'll finish that chopping there. It's rough. They're different sizes, doesn't matter. Just whatever you like. Okay. I'm going to use my olive oil, maybe a teaspoon of olive oil. I like to heat the pan before I put the oil in. And then we'll put our onions. Now, garlic can be a little picky, so I don't put it in right away. I'm going to let the onions saute a little. Let them cook. Put in a little salt, just a little. Put in a little pepper. And while that's cooking, I've got it on a low-medium heat. This is a small quiche pan, so you can't make too much filling or it'll be pouring everywhere. So I'm just going to use 3 eggs. Once we put the cheese in there, it's going to go crazy. This is a good time to use up leftovers. Put my garlic in there. Stir it up a little bit. Not too much cooking on the garlic. But as I said before, I love garlic, so I'm going to put a lot in. Garlic is very healthy for you. It's good for your blood system, your circulatory system, I mean. Keeps you healthy. Well, it's good enough because it's going to bake. I'm going to need a little milk. So, we'll put this. You know, when you look at what the Food and Drug Administration tells us how many vegetables to eat a day and how much fruit. It's an awful lot of food. And I sometimes struggle getting enough vegetables and fruit compared to what they require. But this is a great way to do it. Now, how much milk did I put in there? It really depends on how big your pie pan is. I'm using Swiss cheese because that's traditional. You can use any kind of cheese you like, or, you know, you haven't been to the grocery store, you're not so organized, welcome to the party, so you use whatever's in the fridge. And because I can, I'm going to sprinkle a little turmeric into the eggs. It's just a wonderful thing to add to your diet, and it's invisible. It doesn't have any flavor, but it does make things golden colored. But that's kind of a friendly color for food. Okay, got my milk and eggs. I think I'm going to add a little more milk. Well, I think I'm going to add another egg. You're thinking, well, how many eggs? How much milk? It really depends on the size of your pan. As I said before, if you do too much liquid, you'll just run all over the place. Okay, now I'm going to pour this. Whoop, see what I've told you? It's running everywhere. We don't really plan on that. Okay, there we got it. I could have used that egg there. I'm going to put it in the oven. Here it is. Oh, you know what? I didn't put any pepper in it. We got to have some pepper. Plus, it's pretty. Okay, there it is. And into the oven. Oh, and don't throw it on the floor. And we're going to put it in the oven for about a half hour. Okay, so we've had the quiche in the oven for about 30 minutes. Let's take it out and see what it looks like. Oh, it's going to be creamy and delicious. Here we have it. We'll let it cool a little, and then I'll tell you how it tastes. We had cheese, just regular old Schnucks brand cheese, tossed in a tablespoon of flour. Had about 2 cups of cheese. I used 4 eggs and 3/4 of a cup of milk. I beat that. I had some leftover broccoli I put in there. I had some onions. I sauteed them a little bit with garlic just to bring out the flavor a little more. And I put the vegetables in, then I put the cheese in, and then I poured on the milk and egg mixture. And in the egg and milk mixture, I put in a little turmeric. I like to put turmeric in everything I make because it's so good for us, and it's invisible. And then I baked it for 30 minutes at 350 degrees. Easy, fast, cheap.